strong. mic. at him, I'm back strong. I'm back strong.
So, fans coming up with all the teams and all the excitement with the same energy and the same intensity. Let's hope we move on to the spawn island and we will look out to the teams as fast as possible. It's being an esports room. We have got 110 seconds in the spawn island. So in the meanwhile, we would definitely like to move on to the slot list right now. In the slot 3, we all get to see Team Vampire coming with the all full squad consisting of Ravenclaw, Fluke, the 25 tops stoned out there. So this is quite of exciting that the teams are actually participating, as well as we actually are looking forward to a really good competition coming after. So we move on to slot 4. Next we get ONXY Esports, Esports basically. It's ONXY Esports coming, consisting of Xavier, Error, GZ, C Skyon, and with the 4 players have already joined from Team ONXY right now, and we will be definitely looking forward to their match as always. So we move on to team number 5. We get Team DMS it is. So after that, the DMS is already consistent of Psycho, Skrit, Crusher and Zikane. These 4 players will be playing from Team DMS. As well as we move on to slot number 6, we get Team DUG, or you might just say Team DU. I guess it's Team DU coming up, as well as we move on to the other teams. We move on to team number 7 coming up, G1, that is going to be China 1 Esports coming into this fighting areas. Team 69 Esports coming in slot 8. So China 1 Esports will be consisting of Ran, Burnok, Atting and Magic Boy Fog. So in the meanwhile, we move on to Team 69 Esports consisting of Antra, Vizora, Vionza, Roses and Lexus. So after that, we will let the introduction happen in the later matches, but we will be definitely focusing on the flight path coming up in this areas, starting from the Yasna side, ending in the Promos side, diagonally intersecting the complete map. We will be giving the favor out positions as well as the drop locations, going in the military base as well as Novorepnoy, Milta and Milta Power. This will be quite of a good scenarios, as well as Lipovka, Kamishki, Stolber, Yasna. These are going to be some anticipated drops as well. Severny, Zarki and Jojopol, Northern and Southern City. The Jojopol, complete the Jojopol area as well as the Zarki area. It's going to be quite of a far from the flight path, so it might just turn up to be quite of a difficult situations for the teams who are actually going in that particular area. But moving on to the fighting areas, we get to see Team BCS taking the drop in the Kamishki area, as we get to see them fighting in this particular place. We'll be increasing the game sound a bit, so we will be definitely seeing that Team BCS is actually taking the drop in the Kamishki. The Yasna, I don't think there will be any kind of clusters, but yep, we are getting the two teams actually getting in that particular area. That is Team DU will be taking their drop in the Yasna compounds, as well as we move on to the ground level, that is W2S coming in slot number 18. Why so serious? So I guess it's why so serious, or why I'll be looking forward to Team W2S right now. So they are actually having this Yasna Poliana drops as well. Wiz MVP will be securing out those vehicles for his team. Love Me Zoom will be there, and Team BCS, I guess they're also like interrupting this fighting areas. Is it so? Okay, so DU Baba Yaga. Oh, so we get to say Baba Yaga coming. Ghidorah also there, Coriel and ASAP. 4 of the players still surviving. W2S, Triple X, Wiz MVP and Love Mizung. These 3 players will be representing Team W2S, and the fights which are to be done is going to be in certain areas. Looking forward to the Rozok. We get to say Team Seal as well as XIOMI. These 2 teams are actually going in the Rozok area. Meanwhile, Team DMS will be going forward to the Severny drop as well, and we move on to W2S, Triple X right there. He's got a Tommy gun with a 50 mag loaded, and it's quite a long distance. If you get to see that Team DU are really widely spread in the Yasna area. They're having a 4-man spread, 1:1:1, completely spread it out in the Yasna areas, as well as it's going to be a 3v4 situation, so they have to look out for some pretty openings. Wiz, meanwhile, I guess he's kind of a AFK, or he's facing some kind of problem. But meanwhile, we move on to Love Mizung coming on the screen. Triple X will be also holding his position. He's having a Tommy gun and a shotgun, so he will be needing quite of a loot right now, so that he can just get all those necessary guns to take out the fights. We move on to team Team Taka out there coming in slot 15. It's TAKADEMY. Team TAKADEMY comes up, and as well as 18 teams are still. There's 71 players in the lobby. We move on to team number 9. RUBIC Esports. They are actually there in the Milta area, having the split with a 2-1-1 out there, and I guess they will be having definitely a good kind of loot. Like we get to say a UMP and a DP combination. Though there is a DP, it might just help you in the going for the burst, as well as you can just give any kind of mid-range, long-range damages. In the meanwhile, UMP is quite a decent gun for a close range if you're having an extended SMG out there, so it might just help you in getting some of the pretty decent knocks, but I don't think it's quite helpful for a mid-range or an ADS fight. So it's better they get to move on with a greater loot. But 69 Esports comes up in the fighting areas. We might just say Alexis is getting some of the shots in the sheltered areas. Team number 8 coming up from team number 16. So these are the fights. YUMI X so Team YUMI X, I guess it's YUMI X YMH Choi will be there. Choi, Kuwait, Mickey and Datlock Koi. So these are the 4 players depriving of this area, and Choi will have to just move inside these areas right now. He has to go as well as to hold up this position. Better you get inside, or might just get spotted. Having a TPP angle is quite a serious one. Wozing comes up, he might just get one knock, but there you go, the shotgun comes up with Vyanza, and Vyanza gets that knock as well as the kill in his favor. 1 kill point just arrives, and the first blood of this lobby just comes in this moment. So meanwhile 69 Cantra gets another knock out there. Lex coming in that area also, he gets another knock. Cantra gets, and there you go, Team UNBALANCE gets wiped out from this match, and some kind of shots on the crates are being done by Cantra out there, but in the meanwhile 4 kill points have been secured by Team 69 Esports. Quite a good start. We will be definitely looking forward to the outcome which is going to come in the end of the match. Which team is going to take out the winner chicken dinner? You can drop your favorite teams on the chat. We will be definitely looking forward to which teams and what are your predictions going in that area. So meanwhile, just say Giant One Esports, Ryan actually giving a way too long rotation. He's just going inside the northern city. I don't know whether he's got the decent loot right now, but he's got a level 2 level 2 vest with a level 1 helmet and a level 1 backpack with 3 first aids, 1 energy drink, 1 painkiller and 10 bandages. I might just say that he's got some kind of guns indeed, but in the meanwhile we get to see Team SEAL team has already acquired the northern city, in the eastern side part they have actually acquired, but the western side will be completely open for Giant One Esports. If they are willing to take out that, they can definitely go for that. But meanwhile the Rozhok area, Team XIOMI coming up in this fight areas, so we might just witness that Team ONXY and XIOMI, they might just engage in kind of a long fight. It's going to be mid-range or a long-range kind of fight, but Chefs deals a good amount of damage. Meanwhile GZ also deals a quite good amount of damage, but for God's sake his vehicle is quite safe right now. But the rotations are being done, and a very long rotations will be very much needed, because it's quite a long way you have to just travel, you have to just go from those bridge areas, and you will get some kind of teams coming from the Yasna bridge areas, as well as it might just happen some rotation clashes. But in the meanwhile we move on to Team BCS. I guess they're having some kind of fights. Yes, they have spotted some of those players. They are giving those shots out there. Team number 10 it will be. So I guess it's Team DG Kental ISLY Isler. Team number 10 it is. So DG Slayer. Okay, so DG Kental Slayer it is. The fights are actually initiated. So Kental will be in the down the ridge, won't be having that much advantage with himself, but he gets a Skylar spotted down. The smokes will be created while we get to see the nades are actually coming in this direction of Skylar, and Skylar gets knocked out. Nades are actually coming, but Kental needs to be surviving that situation right away. So Skylar's skill will be getting secured as well. We move on to Gonta Slayer out there. He has got that 1 kill which was definitely necessary, but meanwhile Team BCS, they're not lacking behind. BCS Brewer 4 gets 1 opening, he gets another knock, and I guess the direct slam is actually on the way right now. So team number 10, quite a struggling moment. It might just happen that there is 1 knock. Kental has to pick up 1 mistake gun here, and Tama Slayer gets 1 down, but the Gonta will be the last man player surviving from Team DG Slayers out there. He has to put up in the vehicle. Last player surviving, 1-gun situation. He gets another knock. There's a last one standing. Can he manage to get that one? UMP it is. It might give him some kind of damage, but the reloading will be just coming, and the UMP. Whoa! DG Slayer won't be getting that fight in their favor, and meanwhile Team BCS with the 3-man standing securing these 4 kills will be looking forward to the match right away, as well as the fights. Team 69 Esports gets some engagements in the Yasna bridge areas. Fights are actually happening, opening the areas. They're actually roaming out in the open. It's going to be quite of a tough situation. Meanwhile Team DU, they're aware of this stuff, and they're actually giving every bit of damage they actually can. Coreal spray did not connect that much, or did it? It's going to be quite of a question. Meanwhile Kantra has been picked up. He will be needing a revival indeed, but I guess he's not going to get that one because the team players have already arrived, and Contra skill have been secured. Team DU will be looking forward to this match with the 2 kill points they have already secured from this one. 16 teams remaining. 60 players will be surviving in this fight as well. Team BCS giving a long rotation from above the Yasna areas. They have got a decent fight engagements as well. As we move on to Team W2S. Love Mason. He could have gone with that, but the proof will be damaged. Koreal, I guess he's in quite of a damage right now. He's did a very lot of a damage and he's in a very low HP indeed. But the dip covers will be just giving him some kind of extra advantages. Meanwhile, the vehicles are being spotted down and being done. Korea needs to have those healings right away on this favor. Meanwhile, Team 69, they're not gonna wait for that. They are going to punish Team DU because they're actually in a very sandwiched position. Team DU has to cross the bridge as fast as possible, else they're not gonna make it to that far. Meanwhile, VGC have already acquired the position inside the zone with quite a good position. We move on to RUBIC Esports coming in this rotating areas. They might just spot out this compounds. They might just engage in this compounds. And we definitely will looking forward to team number 13. That is going to be DINGOX Xavier out there. That's Team SS. Or it's Team VGC Gaming. Okay. So the slots are actually interchanged, so I was just getting confused. It's a VGC Gaming coming into the fighting areas. SS Lois will be just focusing on the fighting areas. Luis, Ben, Jinky and Jinky 1. And these are the fights. Team DU has already got some pretty decent engagement. 69, Team 69 is actually surviving right now. 69 Lexus has been spotted in the final shot by Team DU. SAP has been confirmed and he gets those 1v3 done to Team 69. And what a 1v3 comes up for DU. SAP either right that position and Team 69 gets an exit from this match. Meanwhile, TAKADEMY gets some engagement with Team VPE out there and outside of the zone, or is it in the southern compounds of the Jojo pool area? Yes, it is. TAKADEMY has got ping and so completed down as there, and the needs are actually giving quite of a damage. The revival will be necessary. Meanwhile, another one has been spotted. Meanwhile, the TAKADEMY is getting quite of a bad engagement. So he has got one knock out that position. Another pale players will be also spotted, but he needs to Gahak Mui. He has to be quite of a careful. Flukit comes and gets Felix down. The other kills will be also secured in the in respectively. We get to see Flukit is the last player surviving, but he can't just let that 1v3 happen. So we get that Felix, and so two of the players have been knocked, so we'll be needing a revival as well as Felix has got that revival and the revival is already done. So widespread Molotov might just harm them quite a long way. Though both of the revivals have already been done, but a fallback was not a good decision. They could have waited. Felix is the last man probably surviving, but he's got a plenty of pressures coming in there, but the drop shot comes. He gets that in a very low HP, but TAKADEMY takes an exit right of this match and Team Vampire gets 4 of the kills with the loss of their 2 teammates in this fight in the Jojo Southern City. We move on to Team BX. Okay, so there you go. BXEANOLTH comes in the fights in this area. So from Team 21, they're actually outside of the zone. Meanwhile, Team BN United will be having their respective rotation and from around the Gatka area, and BXVKoi will be just waiting inside the zone for his teammates. Looking forward to the zone, we might predict it's going above in the shooting range area, while the main teams are actually confined in that particular place. RUBIC Esports, BCS, DMS, W2S, that is why so serious. These are the teams will be waiting. Meanwhile, Team DU will be exactly there waiting for all the teams out there. DG Slayer have already taken an exit. Giant One Esports, where are they rolling out there? But meanwhile, BCS is Zeus. He gives with the coup rotation. He's just giving and going in the front lines, but he's actually just slamming towards Team DMS, which is not at all a good position. Meanwhile, the fights might just get confirmed. Oh, it's a total trap. It's a total trap. Team BCS. Oh no, they're actually getting into the trap. The trap has been set and he gets picked up. And Team DMS were actually waiting for this very moment so that the players are actually coming and they're getting trapped, and Team BCS are actually down to a single man in just a fraction of seconds. This was the trap set out by Team DMS, and they get what were they waiting for, and they have got the results of waiting patiently in that particular area. They waited, they set up the trap, the teams came, and the 3 players actually came in that particular area, and the trap actually worked. All the players targeted different ones and they got whatever it was needed. Team RUBIC Esports will be still surviving. Team DU will be giving the rotation. Meanwhile, the fights which are to be engaged, and it's gotta be quite of a long distance. We move on to Team DU coming in the fighting actions. DEWA United. Okay, I just forgot the name. DIWA United giving a slam towards Team 4, that is ONXY Esports will be there, and VGC will be in the above areas. Team ONXY actually getting some kind of engagements in this fighting areas. They might just go away with the slam, and DIWA United, they have 4 man, they have secured 5 kills. Needs, ONXY only gets what that knock which was actually needed, and there you go. DIWA United, they're not falling apart. They've got another retaliated need coming in this area. The needs are actually getting retarded out of this positions. Needs are being done, and the need sharings are actually going on. 1v1 situation it is turning up. ASAP will be there. He knows exactly the position, but UMP will be getting that dog easily. And DIWA United on the merge of wiping out Team ONXY Esports. Error the last match. He's got an M4 with him, but is it that worth it? I don't think so. ONXY Esports takes away exit in the 14th position in this match, and meanwhile DIWA United, they are DIWA United. It's DIWA United. They're not stopping at this moment. 8 kills have been secured. 46 players are still alive, as well as 13 teams are still remaining, and the fights between these two have already begun. Team 20 might just go for an early exit. SEAL team, they're in and not in a quite good position. If you move on to Wang Zhang, he is the man surviving. Nesu has been completed. Nessie is knocked out. Lazy and Wang Zhang, the 2 players surviving from Team 20. That is going to be SEAL team out there. So AWM with the 6 times out there with the M4 combination, properly defeating combination. Deadly one coming as well as a Nessie gets again picked off. So I don't think he's gonna make it that far. But meanwhile, Lazy and Wang Zhang will be reuniting with their teammates. Moving on to Team 17, Team DX. That is, it's gonna be DX, I guess. DINGOX Xavier, I guess so. So Lamborghini will be coming, as well as Rabbies, Frankie and Tit. These 4 players are gonna survive in this fighting areas. 2 kills have been secured by Team is DINGOX Xavier out there, as well as the fights are quite over drastic. 13 teams, 44 players, quite a long way to go. But indeed, PCS Cretomato, I don't think he should go for any kind of long range shots or fights, because he's still out of the zone, and Viper Esports are down to 2 man right now. Ravenclaw and Fluketh in the way too long rotation. I guess Fluketh has spotted one of the players, because I guess he have spotted some of the buggy in that compound. So I guess he will be waiting for that perfect position where he's going to get out, but I don't think it's gonna come up very soon. Meanwhile, we move on to Team BX coming. BXEANOLTH gives their rotation in the above areas and through the shooting range parts, as well as RUBIC Esports quietly holding that one. Tomato has been spotted. The back tire has already been knocked out, and Cretomato, I guess he's going to be down with the play zone damages, and yep, the play zone gets Cretomato down, and he was barely surviving in 1 HP. Meanwhile, we move on to SEAL team, getting some engagements with team number 5, that is none other than Team DMS. Beautifully trapping, beautifully presence of mind, and a very good showcase of their skills in that particular fight, which they have secured through the 2 kills they have got through. And meanwhile, Viper Esports coming down, which might be getting spotted. Team 21 was just exactly coming from that area. Ray has been damaged quite a long way. Ravenclaw gets Bensu down there. Retaliated shots will be coming. Viper Esports, are they ready to take on the fights? 4 kills have been secured. Forces will be getting applied by Ravenclaw. The knockouts, it's gonna be very much costly indeed, but the nades are actually coming in this direction. One proper nade can get them one at least opening. Ravenclaw knows exactly, but the position has been changed, so the nade will be pinned, and this one might just give him some kind of damage. This one can just give actually quite of a damage. Meanwhile, Ravenclaw is focusing on the back area, and okay, Ray has been spotted. This is gonna be quite of a drastic one, because the knocks have been secured. Last 1 player surviving. It's gonna be quite interesting, because the cage just comes up, and the position now for Ravenclaw has been compromised. Fluketh has been picked up. It's gonna be 1v2 situation coming up for Ravenclaw. Can he just manage to go to that far? B and Silence have been picked up, but the nades are actually getting shared. Ravenclaw deals quite of a damage, but the position has been compromised. The nade might just give some kind of damage, but no, he just manages to go in that right inside area. Forces are getting applied. We move on to Kai. He's just trying to spot out his enemy because he's got slight of a ridge advantage. Ravenclaw is barely surviving in a very small ridge, which is not at all suitable for that, but meanwhile he gets one knock. But the final touch comes with that one. BXEANOLTH with the loss of 1 teammate, I guess they're going to one or two teammates lost, I guess, but they're gonna move inside the match right away. And in the meanwhile, we move on to BN United, getting some engagements. White Cat, Capona, Silence has already been eliminated. White Cat is trying his level best to get all those fights as confirmed. So the kills are getting secured one by one. Team number 14 will be exactly coming right after that. Team W2S. Okay. Fights are just getting on as well. Scarrel will be there with one kill have been secured. Two kills by themselves right away. And Wiz has got some covers, but the vehicle damages have been dealt. Triple X deals a way lot of damage. Before the vehicle you could have blasted the tires before just blasting the vehicle. But meanwhile, Whiting gets Love Mizung down there. Smokes will be very much necessary because the shots are actually coming from the down part of those vehicles, which is quite exposed to those, as well as Triple X dealing quite a damage, and Team XIOMI getting some engagements in this fighting area. It's gonna be tough because RUBIC Esports are not gonna fall back. Two kills have been secured, surviving in a very plenty smokes. The entry in the zone, there is a quite of a time, but it will be necessary. Smokes are getting created. Meanwhile, Team BX out there, BXEANOLTH, the 3 players surviving. Bensu has been secured, confirmed right now, but they have got quite advantage of the ridge. They might just go for those pushes, and there you go. The positions have been revealed, and Koi just comes up and gets that knock, which was actually necessary with the McLaren rotation. Can he just go? BXE Kai gets a Rubik Preet down there, and the fights are on the way. Rubik, the players of Rubik are actually suffering in a very lost lead. Ten Sky as well as Bosku. These two players are surviving from RUBIC Esports right away. The revivals will be done as fast as possible because there is just 44 seconds remaining to just closing of the zone. Though they have got the slower end with themselves, but it's not gonna be that much enough. So quite of a good rotation, and the positioning will be very much needed in the last zone, which is actually can be the game changer. So Rubik, Bosku get some shots out there. 10 Sky will be surviving. Hansky as well as Sprint. Preen, or I guess Pre9 will be getting those revivals as well. Meanwhile, the fights are actually going. Team 21 coming in this direction. BX by Kai. Okay, BXV Koi basically giving some kind of M466 spray. The knockouts have been deed. Roy gets that retaliated shot. XIOMI Jason gets the Frankie down as well. And Team XIOMI, they're not gonna fall back. So we might just say XIOMI TDMOI. TDMOI just last the 3 players surviving from Team XIOMI, while Max Misa has been eliminated by the match. So the fights are on and on, as well as BX Key will be coming forward to this with the Thompson with 33 mag loaded. They wants to get inside of the zone because there is no other time. The zone is gonna cause him a way lot of damage that nobody can even imagine, because it's almost the 6th zone coming, and the fights have been the team number 9 were actually waiting. A direct slam might just comes up, but the C chain won't be actually helping them. Some kind of shots has been deal, and the Hansky gets confirmed, and with that team number 18 takes away that exit. But coming from the behind areas, the Koi has been knocked out. He's still inside the zone. He managed to get inside of the zone, but he gets those retaliated shots, so revival will be done very easily. But in the meanwhile, 7 teams are still remaining. 18 players are still alive. W2SX Luvmis Zung will be coming in this fighting areas. Energy drink and the boosters will be done as soon as possible, because it's gonna be the final zone. Zone damages will be there, player damages will be there, and with that you have to collide with themselves and take away that winner chicken dinner crown in your point table history. So Love Mizong will be just waiting, as well as the DP shots coming from Team XIOMI. It's going to be quite of a painful for the teams those who are actually in the upper area, as well as the DP shots coming in this particular fights. It's not going to be that much easy. Jason 1 comes up with a Tesla and a kill and pins up a nade. He gets some pre-nades out in that position, but the nades are actually not working. The smokes was the target, but a double cluster is actually helping them to just withstand the fight. Meanwhile, we move on to Team VGC Gaming coming into this fighting areas. They have not got any kill points so far, but they're actually getting some retaliated shots right now. So in the meanwhile, the positions have been sacrificed, as well as the SS Ben MVP. They are also being spotted, and this is going to be a tough situation to give the revival to Ben out there. Lewis needs to get inside of the zone. He needs to give those rotation. Ben MVP will be also getting down as well. BN Zunoz will be getting those revivals. BN United won't be going inside the zone before giving and completing those revivals. BN United moving on to them. Capone and White Cat and Zuno's the 3 players surviving, as well as White Cat deals a good amount of damage as he has been picked up. Capone, the last man, probably surviving. Zunos has also been picked up. Capone, the last man, probably surviving, but the vehicle explosion is actually coming indeed. He has to go forward and he has been spotted. The buggy covers won't be affecting them, and in the meanwhile, team number 13, that is team VGC Gaming, are not letting the guard down at all. They're in a full aggressive mode. Meanwhile, team XIOMI, 9 kills have been secured, and they also getting the 11th kill with their favor. Team W2S takes away that exit. It's gonna be a 2v3, like a complete 3v3 situation, turning up. The knockouts have to be dealt as well. The DP 28 damage, and they might just deal some kind of damage. The vehicle explosions are coming, as well as the damages are being just sawn or get some kind of down, but TDM Muay gets the first opening, which was actually necessary. Team number 13's positions have been compromised, and Jason exactly knows where the players are actually, but what he needs is to climb up this rock and get those frags out for himself. The Molotov will be just going in the back of the airdrop. It might just happen, but the smokes are also getting created as a cover for his teammates, because Killer needs a revival, and for that TDM Moy has to go for those smokes as well, because the zone entry will be very much necessary. Coming from the back end, the Killen will be getting in the back. TDM Moy has been picked up. He's still inside the zone, and it won't be bothering them. I don't think it's going to be bothering them that much. Jason is still surviving. Smokes are getting created. Knocks has to be done. So Lewis has got a perfect ADS, and meanwhile Jason has got some perfect ADS on Lewis even also. So Jason is dealing quite of a damage. The car rotation is actually happening, but Lewis comes up with the cover out there. He gets one knock. The Molotovs has actually been peaked. This one can just make some difference. The damages will be dealt as well, and the Killen might just end up getting knocked out, and he was barely surviving the last HP. And Jason, the last man, 5 kills have been secured, but oh! Who takes away? I guess it's gonna be Team SS VGC. Yup, VGC Esports takes away that 5 kills winner chicken dinner. And what a 15 to 20 points have been secured by them in this match right away. But Team XIOMI, what a terrible performance. What a drastic and what a marvelous performance coming out from Team XIOMI. And 9, 10, 11 finishes have been, 11 kills have been registered by Team XIOMI, but a mind-blowing performance from them, as well as W2S comes up with 2 kills, #3. So these are the top 3 teams, as well as you get to see the top 7 teams coming in this fighting areas. Like they have finished break. Stay tuned on the channel, stay tuned, make sure to like the stream, and as well as subscribe to the channel if you have not done yet. We will be hoping for almost a 10k subscribers, I guess. So let's move on.
mic.
Walking alone, streets empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Ready to go right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear. And don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We
Okay, so what is up guys, this is Necros back with the second match of War of Myth C region finals, coming up with a very interesting fight. In the last match, Team XIOMI 11 kill points with decent performing and the very aggressiveness coming from Team XIOMI in the Wrangle map. They have dominated, they have shown their class, but in the fight of this War of Myth, the myth always stays on as we move on to the spawn island of our next map, that is going to be Miramar. So looking forward to this fighting areas. Miramar looks a quite ridgy and complicated one because the teams, they have to travel along these ridges, they have to make up that rotation, as well as they have to provide whatever they're best at right now. But in the meanwhile, I have not got the points table of the previous day match, but we'll be definitely focusing on today's main standings. You can follow 7 Direction Esports on their Instagram as well as on their Discord. That is in the link, I guess, will be provided in the chat as well as in the description. Make sure to join there and get all the details regarding the War of Myth progress, standings, everything will be provided to you in the server as well as on their Instagram handle. So make sure to follow them up and make sure to check out their socials as well. So with that, we would be definitely moving on to the match. Let's see where are we actually heading towards right now. I don't know, I guess there's some sort of glitches which is not to be happening right now. At least not this one. I guess it will be fine after we get directly to the flight path probably. So guys, I'm not being able to read the chat, so make sure that you just do it because I don't have a secondary device for right now. But we'll be definitely entertaining. I will try to entertain you as much as possible. So 61 players have already arrived with Team Vampire. Well, quite a high expectations, as well as some of the teams have not joined, but I guess the flight path will be coming right after this one. Okay, so the flight path has arrived, but due to glitch we are not being able to see up right now, but the teams, I guess, will be definitely looking forward. So yeah, there you go. It's starting from the southern areas, consisting of Team Vampire, Team ONXY Esports. I don't think there's 61 players at least right now, but yep, we move on to the fight right now. That southern area, starting from the southern area, I guess it's going to the Torre Ahumada. So it's gonna be quite of a complicated flight path, but we will be definitely looking forward to what the actually fight comes up right now, because it's completely, I guess it's completely perpendicular flight path, favoring the eastern side much more rather than the other ones. So I guess the teams, those are actually having their drops in the eastern part as well as in the central, so they're gonna have those advantages. But for the other ones, those are actually in those El Pozo ruin side, they might face some kind of difficulty in their way. Spectator glitch should not happen, but why is it so going like this? Not aware of this. I guess it will be fine by some time. I'll hope so for that at least. It's not happening. I don't know why. It should actually work. I don't know why it's not working. Well, sorry for the inconvenience. I hope it goes fine by some time. Spectator glitches is so frustrating. Okay, so we get to see that Team WS, I guess they have been wiped out from this match right now, as well as the fights. We move on to the Hacienda area. We get to see that YUMI X, this Team YUMI X has already arrived in the Hacienda drops, as well as W2S Luv Mizang, I guess will be just surviving from them, as well as our Team RUBIC versus Team W2S in that San Martin areas. Meanwhile, we move on to Team ONXY Esports, having that 4-man split around the Power Grid and Pecado area, 4-man with the 4 direction, as well as the Team XIOMI. High expectations from this team are actually coming. Crucial Valley will be completely in their favor. Meanwhile, moving forward to Team DG out there. So Team DG Slayer. So these are the teams going in the Campo Militar area. Torre Ahumada will be acquired by Team VGC. Team BN United comes up in the Impala area. And meanwhile, the main close range fights are actually happening with Critomato as well as the Team BTM Queen out there. And team number 10, that is Giant One Esports versus Team BCS. It's going to be quite a competition coming up from Team BC Swell, basically it is. So BC Swell versus Team Giant One Esports. Quite a long range fights. Indeed going in this place. Meanwhile, Skylar is actually coming from that behind areas. Rubik Bosco gets W2 coffee down there. BCS Chromato has been picked up by Magic Boy FG out there, and the knockouts have been secured. Meanwhile, we move on to Team BC Swell out there. So they have to got a close in right away, as well as the Giant One Esports will be reuniting with themselves just to finish off the things which are actually left out that position. So the fights are getting secured, the kills are getting secured, and Skylar has to make a fallback. Zuzi Skylar, 2 players probably surviving from team number 12, that is going to be BC Swell out there. But it's going to be quite a frustrating one because they have lost early 2 losses right now in this match, which is going to cause them a lot at least in this one. So meanwhile, we move on to Team DX out there. Team DX is actually giving the rotation. Arey yaar. So meanwhile, we get to say is that Team DX, they are giving their rotation from there, that is DINGOX Xavier out there. DINGOX Xavier coming in the rotation from the southern side. It's going to favor themselves because if you just get to see the flight path, or if you can get to see the play zone, it's actually coming in the Monte Nuevo as well as El Pozo and La Drilera side. So the teams going from the southern area or might be going from the Chumacera area will be getting some advantages because the zone shift might come up in the Monte Nuevo as well as the La Drilera area, and in that ways Team Onyx has got the upper hand in this match with the zone favoring. So Burnox S Public gets a Team Vampires 1 player down, and it's not gonna be that easy. Stoned is there. Oh, sorry for that. Ravenclaw has been picked up, as well as the other players will be coming. Great One Ryan will be coming in this fighting areas, as well as a Great One Esports. Giant One Esports is actually engaging with Team Vampire right in this one. So the kills are getting secured. Ryan will be there. Cleanoid will be there as well. So the fights are going along with that way. BCS Slayer. I don't know, there's some kind of glitches or something odd happening. It doesn't happen like this. I don't know why is it happening. But meanwhile, the fights in the Puerto Paracio area. We move on to Team BX. That is going to be BXEANOLTH coming with the fighting areas with team number 8. That is 69 Esports. So these are the 2 fights we were actually hoping for, because Puerto Paracio has been a quite amusing place, as well as the fights which is going to be like BN United Capon getting quite a close area with Skylar right now, and he might just get those knockouts, as well as BXZZ Roy. This glitch might just end up in the last moments, or probably when there's fifth to third to fourth zone where the players are just gets reduced. Some of them, it might just happen at that time also. But meanwhile, BXEANOLTH is well be in that position. Puerto Parasio is quite a complicated position because it's like filled up with lots and lots of small compounds. Meanwhile, 69 Rosses will be having these visuals turning around that position right now. So the fights are actually being taken. BN United will be giving their rotation above that Impala area. Team Giant One Esports, they have to go inside the zone right now. Meanwhile, BX Bensu gets 69 Lexus down there, and Team 69 Esports is going to survive all one. They have lost one, that is going to be Kantra. He has been picked and completed and killed in this match right now. And Lexus, there is another one. So Lexus has got knocked out and they will be needing, so I guess the glitches are getting fixed. Yes guys, the glitch has been fixed. So meanwhile, we get to see that the fights are going. 69 Rosses will be in this area. Fionza has also been killed out. So Ross is the last player probably surviving from Team 69 Esports. In the meantime, we also get to see Team 21 Tactics, BXEANOLTH. So they have secured 2 kills and they might just go for the third one as well. So they have got 3 knocks out. Then they're actually desperately searching for the last player, which is actually surviving. Moving on to Team DEWA United. There is a lot of fights going in that direction. Ghidorah basically has been finished off from this match. So Coriel, Baba Yaga, Saab, these 2 players, like these 3 players are basically surviving from Team DEWA United. So they have to go in this particular direction. In the meanwhile, we also get to see Team ONXY. As I told, they are gonna have that upper hold in this game because due to the most favorable positions they're actually facing right now. They had got a beautiful zone holding advantage. They have got a decent compounds to hold for inside of the zone because they have reached that spot. The first, I guess they are the first one to reach the spot. But Team BXEANOLTH, they have to disengage or they have to move out of that position because it is going to cause them this whole match because they are still out and they are way far away from the play zone, which might just give them quite a disadvantage, which I don't think they're gonna go for. Though it's the second zone has been announced and the third zone is going to start in 1.2 like 1 minute and 20 seconds out there. So Takademy, we get to say Team Takademy 2 kills have been secured while some scouts just comes and arrives and just goes. That is DEWA United. ASAP just came here to just scout of the position, but he did find something that there are squad. It's better just we hold on to another compound so that we can get those fights cleared off easily. So DEWA United focusing on that compound right away. He just getting ASAP is actually focusing on the compounds he can get up for that. I don't think he's going to climb up. Okay, so he's going to climb up, and Team DEWA United with the 3 players surviving, they're going to get these compounds out in that position. They're just still searching for some of the players if he gets some of them spotted down there. So focusing on the other areas, the team number 15, that is going to be Team Takademy, giving that rotation with the Mirado. 2 kills have been secured, but the main thing, you have to get the zone holding in this one right now. And the Team BXEANOLTH, that retarded and disengages that fight, is securing the 3 kills, giving their rotation because they're aware we can't let the match lose like this. We have to just go out of this position so that we can get at least more position points rather than just 1 kill point. We can't sacrifice the whole match. That's a very, very good decision coming up from BXEANOLTH. So Team Takademy giving rotation Kahap Muay. Team Takademy's Guhap Muay will be already coming with a buggy, searching for some decent places to hold off with his team, and probably they might just wait up and the above areas there is Team ONXY. They have got the height advantage, they have got those main positions if they want to engage, but these are the fights which were actually not being waited. The shots have been registered, but it was not the exact moment. They could have waited, and they could have gone for some decent 1, 2, 3 taps. They could have fired easily, and it might just happen like that ways, but DIY United moving on to them. Kuriel as well as I guess it's gonna be ASAP. Both of the players are above these rooftops. It's gonna be some kind of disadvantage if two of the players gets knocked by one instance. Any team would have pushed right now, so they have to be quite careful right now. But DINGOX is Xavier out there. Team Xavier, I must say, it's quite a complicated to say the full one, but Xavier suits quite well, you know. So it's, for me, it's Team Xavier out there having one kill, and they're going to go for those rotations. In the meanwhile, we move on to 69 Roses. I don't think he's going to survive. He's still searching for vehicles. If it is so, he's in a really big trouble, because the second zone, like the third zone, has already started to end up right now. The second zone is going to swell up, and it's gonna end up and almost there. It's almost there, so it's no time for you to just stay right there. And Roses is having quite a hard luck. So Team XIOMI, the most expected team right now. TDMY is actually out of the zone, dealing quite a good amount of damage. If you move on to him, he's got a vehicle out there. He's inside the zone for now, and who's actually out of the zone is going to be Killen. Is he got that much of healings? I guess he needs to stop and heal up first, which is a very big priority coming out from Team XIOMI right now. Man losses with that, and this criteria is meaningless, so you better go inside the zone and get your stuffs inside that place. 17 teams, 56 players are still out in that particular map of this Miramar, and there you go, the knockouts have been registered. And the meanwhile, Giant One Esports are actually looking forward to some of the openings they are actually getting. 3 kills, they have secured quite a decent start, at least in this one. PCS Skylar getting some openings as well as some fights. Moving on to Team BXEANOLTH in this particular position, the fights have been registered and the fights will be done. 5 kills have been secured. Kai's kill has been sacrificed right now, but in the meanwhile, DG Kental Slayer. So DG Slayers are into some interesting fights, I guess. So I guess they've got some knocks of Team RUBIC against some Team RUBIC out there, and they're gonna push in that way, and they're in the open. They have got those knockouts. It's gonna be 1-1 situation, dealing with a lot of damage, getting some retaliated shots as well. Nades and smokes are actually arriving. Molotov nades exactly in the pinpoint position. It's gonna be quite a tough situation for Team RUBIC to survive right now. Pre9 has been picked up by DG Tama Slayer down with the nade, and Pre9's knock is going to bring some downfall to Team RUBIC Esports right away, because they have lost one of them in, and if there's another loss, it's going to cause them a lot way more harder. It's going to be Tensky and Hansky, the 2 players surviving from Team RUBIC Esports. So the covers have to be made, the vehicle has to be secured, and they are actually getting sandwiched. Team 10 DG Slayer just wrapping them up from all the positions that is possible. They're having the 2-2 split. They've got the openings which was actually required. The nades are getting inside and the damages are being dealt, and there you go. DG Bobo Slayer gets that direct slam, as I don't think it's Bobo Slayer, but there you go. Weapon comes, and there you go, the 1-1 fights, and with that, Team RUBIC Esports takes away that exit in the 16th position of this match. Moving on to BXEANOLTH, they're actually engaging with team number 17 VGC Gaming. It might just turn up, but it might just also turn up with a different team, but no, it's not. Team VGC Gaming, with having 1 loss, that is SS Lois, has been eliminated from this match. They had a brilliant fight in the last match. They got a brilliant they can actually go for some comeback. You know, they have got a decent performance. They have performed in the last match. They have got that boost up, the confidence boost, which is actually needed when you get the first match in your pocket with a very decent kill. Like 5 kills is quite enough. 20 points or 15 to 20 points if you're securing for the first match of the day, it's quite enough. You will be in a boosted position so that you can go on with the other matches and finish off with a good one. So meanwhile, the shots are being taken. Koi is getting spotted. Ray has also got some shots out there. So first, these energy drinks will be utilized as well. But moving on to Bensu. Bensu has been knocked as well as been confirmed. So Roy and Koi, these are the 2 players, those who are actually surviving from Team BXEANOLTH out there, as well as moving in the previous side, team number 20 coming, SEAL team, they have secured 1 kill for now. A camping position, well, it's quite a camping position because no one's gonna spot you easily, at least not in this one. So in the meanwhile, team number 16 just comes, that is a YMH. These 3 teams, this team with consisting of the 3 players still surviving, they're gonna focus on someone, but they have spotted some and the knocks have been done, I guess. So the knocks and the pickups which were actually expected has been done. Nessie is waiting in that position. 1 junk kill has been secured. Nezu has been wiped out from this match, and I guess the positions are getting compromised. In the meantime, team Takademi also coming, and team SEAL, team Nessie is in a very bad situation. Comprising of those positions, the need just arrives. It might just end up in a better moment, but the shots are getting registered, and the exit for team SEAL team has to be done a very quick way. So the positions have been secured, the needs will be just coming, and the shots are being dealt from all over the places, which is actually possible. The free nets comes, it might just bring some opening. Barely surviving in a 1 HP. Sensi deals up with those Molotov cocktails as well. A 1 HP surviving, he gets 1 knock. He just get another one? He just finishes that one. Almost he just finishes that. Oh, just a 1, but I think it should be enough to get those kills confirmed, and there you go, the kill has been secured in the name of team SEAL team. Wonjong is still surviving inside of the zone, and his teammate just lagged behind a lot. So team number 16 with the Marathon has been spotted. Team YMH, these teams are gonna wait. They have got McLaren coming up. Takademy's ping 816 will be giving their rotation. The fights exactly going the way they are planned. Meanwhile, team YMH, that lock oil has been picked up, and team number 19 has got a direct slam, and team XIOMI with an aggressive approach. They're aware of what these are capable of. So TDMY has been spotted. They don't want to get some more engagements. The vehicle has to be secured in a quite a well. Smokes have been registered, but oh god, the shots. So team XIOMI would have been in a grave danger if it is quite long, because the church areas are not at all helping them. Team DEWA United, they're aware of those and they're damaging those vehicles. And meanwhile, Baba Yaga's helmet has been picked off, so I don't think he's having any kind of vehicles. Meanwhile, the vehicles are being damaged. The zone will be giving the favor to team BN United, giving it the red slam. It's going to be 1-1 situation, but an exit is very much needed. And with that, is that exit possible at 15? I don't think so. And I guess with that, BN United get some retaliatory shots. DG Slayers will be having also trouble. Meanwhile, team ONXY Esports comes with this fight. It's going to be 1v4 situation for Kentel coming. He just like spots out one of the players, and the need will be getting cooked up, as well as the fights are. It's not yet over. GZ coming in the upper areas. It's going to be tough for, and there goes the premiers, but GZ gets that opening which was required. The Kentel has been picked up, which was actually necessary. If you get those openings, you get those fights in your favor. But in the meantime, Pep and Slayer get some kind of retaliation. Lamborghini gets there and just goes in the fights. Meanwhile, team Vampire Esports, they are also in some engagements. Team VGC versus Vampire Esports. It's going to be, some of the knockouts have been done, and there you go, the fight cycle is going, and there's Jinky comes with that M4 DXR Rabbi's got his XIOMI TDMY down there as well. The fight is going to get one knock, and Jinxie will be confirming this last kill, but there's go the 1-2 situation, and Jinxie has been picked up, so it's going to be tough situation. 2 stops. The last player probably surviving from Vampire Esports. He has to get those roots up, but he has to get those M4 loaded in this one. Vampire Esports have already secured only 1 kill right now, but there you go, the pre-net might just not happen, but the 1v6 is not turning. M4 versus UMP, it's not gonna turn up as the way it was planned, but M4 and UMP, both the combination gets team VGC in a capitalizing factor and the main top fragger in that particular fight. But team number 4, ONXY Esports, they're aware of the positions. They've got a beautiful zone only in the front. They've got some engagements. That is going to be team number 13. Chips is actually going with that push coming in this particular area. DXL Lamborghini's nade, it's giving quite a damage, but the Molotovs has been hit. He's just waiting outside of this compound, which is actually helping him to get prevention from those throwables and utilities actually. He gets spotted, he has been picked up, and team DX, team Xavier, can they manage to do some kind of special stuff? Team number 13 gets quite a close, well, enough. So, Onyx error will be just coming in this area while Team DMS are actually surviving. 5 teams, 14 players still alive. Psycho Q gets a DG. Kama Slayer down there. 1 player surviving. UMP's burst goes and Crusher deals gets enough damage on Team DG Slayer's last of the players, but there you go, the 1-man situation comes and Team DG Slayer gets away that exit, but instant prones are actually coming from Crushers. They're just doing whatever they can. 3 kills have been secured. Moving on to DEWA United, and DEWA United's Baba Yaga coming in the upper areas. They have got the zone advantage. See, they have to just move on a little bit inside from the left hand side. So Onyx error, I guess, will be in the down the ridge area. They have to focus on Baba Yaga. Yes, he gets what it was needed. Error comes up. He picks up Baba Yaga, which was necessary at least. But in that meantime, Team Xavier, DINGOX Xavier, the squad is actually holding the central part. Have to go for those runs. The positions have been revealed. The Psycho has been spotted. The other fights will be already coming, but Tit has been picked up by the upper areas of Team DEWA United. They're not gonna wait for this one. ASAP and Koreal, 2 of the players. DEWA United standing strong. They have got those pickup trucks. They have to create some more smokes, and none of the players have been spotted. And the sprays are actually going where it is required. As Sap's position has been exposed, and the last player probably serving the smoke. Onyx errors needs comes and gets extremes Frank Boy down there, and Xavier's Frank Boy down there, as well as we move on to Rabbi's, the last man probably surviving. Jeffy's will be coming. Frankie skill have been secured. 11 kill points have been registered by Team okay, I'm just rambling again. So DINGOX Xaviers have already got 11 kill points, which is quite an mesmerizing performance. But Team Onyx are also not lagging behind, with 3 players surviving, 6 kills registered, and they are not willing to take any kind of disadvantage, and they don't want to mess up this chicken dinner, at least in this one. So Koreal and the company, they have to create those smokes. Some buggy comes up and the direct slam might just happen in the shack areas. A direct slam indeed. Koreal will be engaging some free fire. 3 nades. Koreal might just get knocked out. 2 of the 3 comes up, and there you go. With that, the final blow comes up, and DEWA United barely surviving. Koreal, the last man. Need is going to come up in this shack, and that's all over, I guess. So Jeffy's comes up. Some kind of free fight just comes in this area, and there you go, the damage and damage. Team Onyx Esports takes away that winner chicken dinner, which was very much necessary for themselves right away, with 6 skill points with themselves. Error becomes the top 5. I guess he will be definitely coming in the top 5 fragger. 5 solo kills in this match, as well as moving on to Team DEWA United. Splendid performance. What a match it was for DEWA United. 6 kills have been secured by DEWA United, as well as moving on to DINGOX Xavier. What a game. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 kills have been registered by themselves. But a brilliant performance. The second match also comes to an end. We will be right back with a very short break, but the last and the final match of today's War of Myth C Region Finals Day 2. So let's have a small break, guys. We'll be definitely coming back with that.
my God.
Enemies ahead.
I'm back at him, I'm back strong.
Let's go.
Drop it. Oh my God. I'm back at him, I'm back strong.
only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. Town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight.
So what is up guys, this is Necros back again with the last and the final match of the War of Myth series in finals day 2. So the last match of today is probably day 2. It's gonna be a wrangle consisting of, I guess, 71 players will be in the lobby, 112 seconds waiting room out there. So yep, 112 seconds waiting room will be there. In the meantime, we will be definitely looking forward to the flight path, because a wrangle, it is the neutral map which is known by each and every small to big player, because a wrangle is the map you play at the beginning. So let's see which team takes, because the first match was dominated by VGC Gaming. They had got a chicken. Second match was the chicken was taken up by ONXY Esports. So we have got the two winners, the two chicken dinner takers of today's day 2. And I guess that it might just turn up that DINGOX Xavier, their squad, as well as Team XIOMI will be leading quite a difference of points, because they have registered more kills than any other team in today's lobby. So it's gonna be quite of interesting stuff to watch out for, because they have got secured the more of the kills than any other teams. But in the matter of positional points, Team ONXY as well as VGC Gaming, these two teams have definitely got the high mark with that positioning points. But the kill points and the kill leaders, it's going to be it's going to be our Team XIOMI as well as DINGOX Xavier. So these two teams of day 2, it's going to be quite. But let's see the final match, which team comes up in the top 3, as well as which team takes away that winner chicken dinner. And with that, we move on to the flight path, directly starting from the Primorsk, ending in the Lipovka, and the same flight path basically, with the first match actually coming in the third match again. But the difference is the way of the facing of the plane is actually opposite to that one. So more or less, it's actually going in that particular drop and favoring the western, southwestern side, as well as mainly the western and the central part. But it is not giving that favor part to the Seveni areas, as well as Kamishki and Jojo. So the teams, they have to travel along with their vehicles to reach out their destination. That is, we have seen like 2 squads going in the northern city, 2 squads in southern. One is Seveni, then there is in the Stolber area, so you might just say the Kamishki area. So these are going to be some interesting dropouts for the teams. Those are actually going Team Seal, or we might just say Seal team. They are actually going, and I guess they have the Gatka split, if I'm not wrong that much. They might just go for those Gatka split, or they're going for the Ruins one for now. But let's just move on, and we move on to Team YUMI X, and they are with the 4-man. They are having 4 splits. They have got their respective compounds. They have to move on for the vehicles first, because this place, I've known this place a way far better, because when I used to play, it was in like custom rooms. It was my personal drop, which I actually made up. So after that, when I get to know there is some kind of vehicle shortages going up and there are clusters coming up, then I thought that going and finding vehicles is the first task which you have to do in this one. So finding the vehicles, getting to your drops is much more safer than dropping in your respective compound, and without getting gun or vehicle you cannot even fall back. That position is quite tough for all the teams, even also big teams to small teams. Every team has just got the same issues. But more or less, the fights which are to be done has got some initiatives. ONXY Esports have got their pancake split out there, and in the meanwhile we move on to our DINGOX Xavier, the main teams. Those have got a brilliant #2 performance in the last match with 11 kills, I guess. So very mind-blowing performance coming from them as well. But I hope they can maintain that consistency in all other matches they are actually left with. So moving on to Team TAKADEMY, they have not got any kill so far, but the coup glitches and they have entered the Milta area of securing those vehicles out there. Moving on to DEWA United, they are also having those splits out there. Moving on, Baba Yaga will be there with M16 and with an Uzi. Not got that much decent loot, but still quite you can just say that's quite enough to just take the first initial fights, then you can engage with some team and you can get the loot outs from them in that position. So moving on to the other fights, the card cast spread is always quite of clusters, and there you go, proof is in just right in front of you. YMH Team YUMI X, these team is actually moving on to some. They have lost one of their teammates, that is Choi out there. Choi has been finished off, as well as moving on to the other parts. We get Datlock, Say, Mickey and Kuwait. These three players are surviving from team number 16, so it's going to be quite of a tough contest because they have already faced one setback in the beginning of the match, but the zone is actually favoring the eastern side right now, favoring the Yasna Lipovka. Team XIOMI will be having their decent loot. Mikey has also been caught out of guard and been killed up, like he's got knocked and got finished. And in the meanwhile, team DM is securing 2 decent kill points, will be moving with their rotation towards the zone. Looking to the flight path, we get to see team Takademy. Felix is actually coming, Kahap Moe, Ping, as well as Bad Guy and Felix, 4 of the players of team Takademy exactly surviving. They've got some visuals, they've got some knocks. Taka Ping getting DU. So DEWA United actually falling apart because Baba Yaga has also been picked up. Courier, the last man surviving. I don't think he has got any other chance rather than just to make a fallback. It's the only way he can make and bring some position points, at least for his team. Baba Yaga, Ghidorah and Asap, 3 of the players, they have been eliminated from this match. So in that meantime, DEWA United, they are facing quite a bad start for this match right now. 18 teams remaining, 66 players are still alive, so the hopes are still on for team DEWA United BX. Okay, so the fights are actually coming. BX Bensu, that is none other than BXEANOLTH. These team, they have got quite an impressive gameplay out there, and the fights are actually going. Vikoi will be there. Kai is getting some openings with the DP burst, getting upstairs. The fights are still on. Moving on to 69 Esports, facing one setback, that is going to be Vyonza, has been eliminated from this match. On the other hand, Lexus has already been picked up, and with that, I guess Roses and the Skantra, this other 2 players surviving from team 69 Esports, is not going to be that easy, but meanwhile the rotation is also being taken place. Okay, so small mic chats are actually basically game, but Kantra has been picked up. So Roses, the last player surviving from team 69 Esports right away, but he's just trying to get as many frags as possible. Team 21, they're aware of that one. They're just putting up some kind of great pressure on them. So the main name comes up, it might just get the guesses that Roses getting Bensu down there. That was the opening exactly team 69 Esports were hoping for, but the 2 players actually no, he gets both of them in such a low HP, but 69 Esports will be taking an exit in the 18th position of this match. But in the meanwhile, the fights are still on, and the fights will be just going in that particular way, which is exactly planned to be. But team DM is securing 3 kill points in this particular compound, holding the compound exactly beside the Jojo bridge, so it might just give them some kind of advantage because the players who are actually coming, they have to face that consequences. But meanwhile, Kuwait, the 2 last players surviving from team YUMI X right now, I guess he just waited to have some loot out there, and which actually turned out a lucky charm for himself just to save out this match. So last player, some of the solo players, they're incredible solo survivors. We have seen many of the Indian teams players also, that is going to be the main example of the PMWL, that is Jonathan. You have to put the faith on this last. If you have got 1 player alive, you have to put the faith on himself, and you have to just let him play like the game he has. You can just give him the suggestions which is actually required, but more or less you have to give all your trust to your teammate, the other teammates also have died. You have to put up the trust and faith to the last teammate so that they can encourage him at least to finish off in quite a good position, so that he can at least bring a decent position points at least. So we have seen Jonathan doing a solo chicken in PMWL, which is quite an impressive. It might just turn out to be another situation in this match. It can be, because we have got more than one solo players actually surviving inside this map and trying to get the position points. In the meanwhile, that is going to be DEWA United, one of the players of DEWA United, as well as the slam is actually coming. TAKADEMY will be giving a push. Is it so? Yeah, I guess, but it's gonna be tough, as well as Team TAKADEMY gives away those pushes in that particular area. Some pre-fires, some of the stuff's actually happening, but in the meanwhile we get to say GPAY. Another one, yes he gets that, and there you go, the 1v4 comes up for GPAY out there, but the 50 mag over there, the Thompson, or we might say Tommy gun, gives them what an advantage, what a damn advantage it was. 69 Esports got eliminated after that. Team VGC, one of the most decorated teams in this match, in this tournament, right over in this series, and has already got an exit from this match. So the finals, the day 2 final match is all over for Team 69 Esports as well as Team VGC in this match. But moving on to Team TAKADEMY, they have secured 6 kills, which is quite of an impressive one. SEAL team are actually surviving in the open areas, creating some smokes, having those cover out areas. He just wants to survive. Nisu is just trying to survive from the players of Team 17, that is none other than DINGOX Xavier. 11 kill points in the last match. They want to go for more and more. Their hunger for the kills are immense right now. They have got an immense hunger for the kills, but there you go. 249 comes and at least there, and the confirmed. And with that, I get Team DINGOX Xavier has to move out, but the fights are not yet over. BN United comes up with the brilliant frags in that direction, and the vehicle explosions have been done, which is actually required. Moving on to team number 15 in the downrange, that is going to be Team TAKADEMY coming up. So Team TAKADEMY, can they manage to do some more special stuffs which are actually been waiting for? So the fights are actually getting more intense as the shots are coming and the peaks are being taken. So it's quite a long distance. You cannot go with that flow. You cannot just let the things go against yourself, or now you can peek out so that you might just get knocked out even. So Team RUBIC Esports take on Team ONXY. It's gonna be quite an interesting fight because the depth is being holded by Team RUBIC Esports, and Team ONXY just comes above that area to just put some frags or some nades out there so that they might just get some openings so that they can hold up that particular position. But I guess Team ONXY have made a fallback which was necessary. But looking to ONXY era's gun combination, well, both of them are close range beast, M249 AKM. These two are deadly guns, as well as both are completely close based. I guess Error is the one who is actually doing those entry frags for his team, which is actually needed. One entry fragger is must, so I guess Error is the one who is doing that particular entry fragging role, and he's using both of the close range beasts. He's not having any spray guns right now, but if he can just give the spray with the M249 4X, it's gonna be damn interesting to watch him out in this match, because M249 4X, the recoil control is not a matter of joking. Meanwhile, moving on to DG Slayer. Team DG Slayer giving their rotation, not having a single solo kill right now, but they're looking forward to some rotational plans in strategic way. They are planning the game right now, and in that direction Team ONXY takes away a retreat, but TAKADEMY faces one knock, that is going to be Felix. Felix has been picked up, but definitely he's going to get those revivals in his favor. So Team TAKADEMY, they are just being surrounded. Team number 14, BN United, gets away that push. The nades are actually coming. The nades are going in that particular favor. Meanwhile, the knocks are being done like already 1 HP. They're just waiting for the vehicle explosion. Can just get those damages as well. And there you go, the vehicle kill. White Cat gets that vehicle explosion down, and he gets 1 kill confirmed as well. The mortar just hits up, and then might just set up. White Cat barely surviving. Team TAKADEMY in a brave danger. Coming up, Noah picks up some of the nades, but there you go, one retardation will be coming. But with that, TAKADEMY will be taking an exit in the 16th position of this match. The way they were holding, the way it went, but BN United comes on top and gets their skills confirmed in their favor. So more or less the fights are still on, and the ONXY will be just focusing on the fights which are actually coming in front of him right away. So quite a clusterous area, the central part away, but with that team, Vampire got 4 of their kills in the bridge compound, securing, I guess, team 21. Let me just check it out. I guess it is. Yes, it is. So team BXE gets an elimination from this match in the 15th position, and with that team Vampire has got already 4 kills in their favor. With that, they have to move on to the match. Moving on to team XIOMI, giving that rotation particularly. So these fights, the Tesla has been picked up by team XIOMI's Killen. So with that, he's got a M2 like mini 14 with all those I guess he's got an M4 or a Scarl with him with a deadly combination, you know. A DMR and a spray gun is all what you need in the match, because the taps are well much of necessary things. If you can just tap your hands way faster than other players, and comparatively you get the DMR easily worked up for yourself in the matches, because the more the DMR uses, it's better than sniper. I guess it's better than sniper, though sniper needs one headshot to just get all the things up done, but if you miss that headshot, you will have to reload it, and it might just take some bit of longer. So well, in that case, the DMRs are quite well. But moving on to team DP28, like White Cat has got the DP28 and moving with the fights. Team number 9 RUBIC was holding that fight completely. They're looking forward to some engagements coming in that direction. But the central area, it's really a very clusterous one, because RUBIC versus it's going to be another team that is none other than team BN United. RUBIC Bosuku basically has got quite a way place out there, because he has searched it along and got the dip area. So RUBIC Bosuku, can he just manage to do some kind of special stuff? But in the meanwhile, team DM is giving some back rotations, and the teams, those who are actually playing well, are just holding up the edges right now, so that they actually don't want to take any kind of engagement before it was necessary. So the zone shift just comes up, and I guess it's going to be the 3rd zone starting, or it's just ending, and the 4th zone probably starting. So let's just see how the teams are going to play around this place, because zone shift is not going to come in the central area. They have to move out with their vehicles, so it's going to be any side. So let's just hope it goes in the favor of all the teams. Okay, so meanwhile zone shifts comes, and it is actually favoring the school apartment areas and school areas right now, and the school areas actually confined of most of the teams. Moving on to team number 9 W2S WIS MVP. Basically it's so WIS MVP will be there. Mini 14 has been secured, so let's just okay. So there you go, Mini 14 with WIS MVP with that 8x scope. It's quite a necessary DMR, which is very much needed with the very big tap shots. You get to see the fights, BN United coming in the fighting areas, having and holding the compound in a really great manner. So main thing which is actually needed is team number 9 coming in the fighting areas, RUBIC Esports. That is already Hansky has dealt quite a damage, which was not at all necessary, but though they have got those shots coming up.
Intinya hijau ini kosong.
So Hansky is actually just waiting in the fights, and the leads will be coming. Meanwhile, we get to see that the DP28 comes in a very proper area. You can utilize it with a very good burst outs, but meanwhile team ONXY comes up with an M16, taps up. ONXY will be there. White Cat gets RUBIC 10 sky down with the M2, M4 16, but RUBIC, they have to get a fallback right now. He has got quite a good position, but the fights with the ONXYs have been picked up by B and Cosmo. W2's West will be getting ONXYs down there. Error will be there, and the needs are actually getting shared right now. Fight are still on. ONXY Error will be just waiting in that particular fight. The tap shots are going with his AKM, and it might just end up in quite a drastic position.
Motor 3 juga, dan juga bertiga Korel.
I forgot to switch off the all mic. So that's actually creating some problem.
Kaget sekali ke?
So moving on to this fight, we get to say BCS Cretomato will be having those Carl as well as giving those particular rotation is going to be tough indeed. But there you go, Cretomato comes up, RUBIC Bosuku basically gets some of the openings which was needed, which was definitely needed. Bosuku gets some of those retaliation which just prevented them for getting eliminated. 10 Sky Skin has been confirmed, and it's gonna be really tough for themselves just to survive because they're 3-man. But can they make it? That's gonna be a very big question. Moving on to Seal team, last player I guess Jang creating smokes just to survive as well as to save his teammates. So let's just focus on the match. Reviving is being done, but the nades and the ridges are actually giving quite a lot of damage. Team number 17 coming from behind areas will be giving a direct slam, but the 1-1 situation, it's gonna be 3 players surviving. It's gonna turn out for themselves, while Giant One Esports securing 3 kill points will be moving towards the match. So the fights are going on. The 12 teams, 40 players still alive. Team XIOMI. Let's move on to Team XIOMI and let's check how many kills they have registered. Well, no, there's no kills registered by Team XIOMI so far, but I hope they get to show their aggressiveness in this Wrangle 1 again. But BN United as well as the DG Slayer, these two squads are they have performed quite well, but we might just get to see some better teams coming in this one. Team to 12 teams remaining, it can be anybody's game, but for that you have to keep the zone hold. W2S have got the central zone hold, which is not that a good compound, but it's quite okay just to hold up for some time and get those rush outs if it's necessary. So there you go, WTS XXX comes up, ONXY error gets one down as well as, and the people are actually just spamming all those things. Whatever they have got, Team BCS Azuzi coming this fighting areas, they have to create some smokes, they have to give those revivals, as well as Skyler has got knocked out and will be getting revival very soon. So no matter with what, as well as we get to see that the other players are joining, and what is it? Okay, so the teams, we get to say the long shots have been taken. Team BCS will be coming and the very long shots are taking place. Moving on to Ziken out there. Team DMS is securing 3 kill points. They want to move out on the match, as well as M416 will be with the Ziken out there. The complete cover out positions have been secured, as well as moving on to the other one. That is Team Viper. Vampire basically. Vampire comes up in this areas with 4 kills have been secured. Need might just brings up 1 or more openings right now, but it's not the way. Like, they are holding the edges. They have got one of the team just in front of them. They can go for the frags, they can go for those needs. Okay, so the fights are taking place. Quite an impressive one. DMS Crusher crew will be there. Needs and smokes are just getting created for the block to get viewed, and so DMS Crusher comes up with some needs up in that position, might just get some openings from BTM. Cleonard will be getting DG Slayers players out there, as well as Kent. I guess it's going to be Kentel who will be getting completed, as well as DGS Baba. What is this? Bobo Host Slayer. Oh, it took me so time. Well, the pronunciations are quite tough, you know. It's moving on to DG Slayer squad. We get Anta Tama and Boboho Slayer, and these are the fights which are actually happening. Moving on to the other side of the map, we get BN United having securing 5 kills. They want to move out, while team number 9 is just surviving. RUBIC Esports, they are still 3-man. They're still trying to make it to that far. So let's just see what just happens right now. So the fights are getting secured. RUBIC Kahansky comes up with that Scarl and the holographic scope. Team number 14 Zunos being spotted. Republic Bosku gets a BN. One of the players of BNK completed. That is going to be, I guess, I don't know. Let's just move on to the match. W2S Triple X. We move on to them right now, and the fights why so serious. This squad is going to be really tough. So let's see. They are actually holding a greater part. They have got the central one as well as Team UNI as in the zone, like in the edges of the zone. So that might just help him to survive her, that means help him to survive for some more long time while they are in top 10 right away. 32 players are still remaining while we move on to WIS. They are just giving those tap shots in a really decent manner. One minute, guys. Okay. So we get to say that W2S are still surviving. WIS MVP will be barely surviving. Team number 19 coming into that direction, as well as we move on to Team XIOMI. They have already got 0. They have not got any kill points for now, which is not at all going in the very favor. Jason will be there. Maximus will be also there, and the Tesla might just get exploded. The Tesla is giving quite a good damage, as well as the revival was just done. But how long they're getting the shots right there? Oh, well, Team DG Slayer, what are you doing? These guys are just doing every possible knockouts possible. They're just sprays. But still, how are they managing to get those knockouts? Well, the knockout was done by Bobo Ho out there, but the kills are getting secured by Team W2. That is so. Why so serious? Why so serious comes up with some of those brilliant frags right now, and they have been also picked up. Last player surviving will be WIS out there. WIS will be facing some problems with the EDS glitches actually coming, but DX that is DINGOX, Xavier, these team, they are still alive with having 2. They were actually alive with having 2 kills, but in the meanwhile, Team Vampire, they are struggling. 7 kills have been secured. Stone will be there giving those revivals, and at first, the revivals has to be done, but the lowest one has to got the first touch. That is Fluket. Fluket has got the first touch. Team Demon, like DG Slayer, are actually waiting. 7 solo kills have actually come up for Bobo Ho Slayer, and 7-1. That will make him definitely come in the top fragger list, as well as moving on to DG Slayer. They are on the verge of victory. I don't think they want to lose at this point. 3 teams remaining. They have managed to come up in the top 3, and in the meanwhile, there's 1 team in left, 1 in the right, and they have come above the shack areas, completely prone down. They don't want to get eliminated, or at least I don't know, but Bobo Slayer is in such a place you don't require to get 2 of the players above in that position, because in one spray both of your players can be picked up. So in that case, team number 3 moving on to Team Vampire Esports. 3 of the players have got that revival which was actually needed, and in the meantime the nades will be coming. Smokes are actually getting created because Team Vampire needs to come inside. The smokes are coming, they are proning down, they're coming in this direction. Like basically entering the zone is very much necessary, and the meanwhile team number 10, Team DG Slayers are on the verge, and on Dust there. Oh, Tama Slayer, they're not stopping. They have got 13 kills with themselves, as well as the other fights are still on. Team BCS, that is BC Swell, I guess. Team BC Swell will be coming. Slayers, Skylars has been confirmed. Zusi is the last man surviving, having got the McLaren, and will be exploding that and creating those hard covers. And meanwhile, I don't think it's gonna survive, and there you go. It's now down to 2 teams. It's gonna be 3v4. Team Vampire versus Team DG Slayers. Who is gonna take the winner chicken? And the 14 kills have been registered by Team DG Slayers coming up in the Vampire Esports. They're also not that behind. They have also got 9 kill points, and the nades are getting cooked up. They're all aware, because it's now down to 3 teams. They're gonna go for that push. 4v3 situation is not gonna end up. Ravenclaw coming with the nades, as well as it's gonna make okay. Ravenclaw comes up and he gets Bobo Slayer on the top fragger, gets knocked out. The other 3 are going to survive in the smoky areas, and the kills have to be registered. Another knock. Oh, Ravenclaw, can it be that he's taking over? Can it be? A 1v3 coming up for Ravenclaw. He guys already got the 2 kills which was necessary. Another picked up nade. Ravenclaw, can he be the trump card for Team Vampire Esports? And the position that has been doing, the third dog has been done. Ravenclaw on the verge of 1v4. Can he make it to that floor? Okay. He has got 3 of the knocks and another nade. They're just telling, wait up for me. And the last one coming, Tama is in a complete moment. But there you go. Team Vampire takes away that winner chicken dinner. What a game coming up from Ravenclaw with the 6 solo kills. And Vampire Esports comes out with a 13 kill winner chicken dinner with almost DG Slayer getting that very close. But what a game. Ravenclaw comes out with a brilliant 1v4 probably. I don't think it's gonna be 1v3 or it might just turn up 1v3. But I guess it's gonna be 1v4. So Ravenclaw, if you're surely seeing this, do let me know, was it a 1v3 or a 1v4? And what a comeback by Team Vampire in this match, and they just snatched away that winner chicken dinner from the hands of DG Slayer. DG Slayer came up with a brilliant almost 14 kills. A really high kill contest comes up with the top 2 teams, and the brilliant chicken comes indeed, while BC Swells comes and finishes in the 3rd positions. Entering in the top 3 is a really matter of time, but 4 kills have been secured by Team BCS. In the meanwhile, we move on to Team DMS coming the 4th. They're the 1 to 7. The results are on the screen. In the meanwhile, you also get to it was a high expectation from them, but they did not what it is actually necessary. But the main teams, we have got the 3 winners, be Team Vampire as well as VGC Gaming. Top 3 in the matter of position, but I guess Vampire will be leading because they have got almost 13, and there you go, 25, 28 points they have secured from this match. That was quite an interesting mesmer. But that will mark the end of War of Myth C-Region Finals Day 2, and we will be right back tomorrow, the same time, same place, with the 3rd day, or I don't know whether it's 3rd day or not, but for today, I'll be taking your leave. This is Necros signing off from 7 Direction Esports. We hope to meet you again with another day, of course, but for today, stay safe, stay indoors. Peace out, guys.